Hi everyone, welcome back to this 3 News special segment, Ask the Chief, a chance for you to get to know Chief Mike Marco and get a glimpse of how the police department operates. In this segment, we are taking to the streets and you get to ask the Chief. So you ready for this, Chief?
Sure.
All right, let's take a look at some of the questions from our 3 News followers from our Facebook page as well as out on the street. Here's the first question.
I was wondering how citizens can go about finding out about their charges that have been pending for like 2-3 years.
Well, 2 or 3 years is a long time, so if at that point it should be in the district attorney's office. So I would suggest calling the district attorney and asking them where they are with the charges that have been filed. If it's a case of shorter duration, you can always call our investigative unit and we'll tell you where we're at with the case and if we presented it to the district attorney's office.
Okay, our next question is about the best way to deal if you are confronted by a homeless person.
What do we do about the homeless that are begging on the street and they're like, I don't know whether they have drug problems or they're homeless?
Well, that's a good question. Now, our homeless, make up many parts of our society, right? There are some that are intentionally homeless, and there are some that have drug issues or mental health issues. But what you can do is make sure you're giving to those charitable organizations that deal with the homeless and will help them get off the street and get the services that they need.
You say it's not good rather than giving money.
Correct. Rather than give directly to the individuals, because you don't know what their issues may be, or you don't know if you're increasing their stay on the street, right? Give to one of those organizations. We have several in our city that will help them and that will provide the services they need to live a better life.
Of course, if anyone gets aggressive, it's
sure.
just call 911.
If they get aggressive, again, make some distance and call the police.
Okay, Chief, it's safe to say that just about everybody is on social media. Everybody has a Facebook page, Twitter, even Instagram, even the police department. Take a look at this. These are some of the posts that were made by the police department. This was a great one. We really like this one. May the 4th be with you. This was a reminder about distracted driving. This was on, what was it, May 4th, when all that was coming up about Star Wars. And this is a super cute one. A young man came by the police department, collected 100 high fives from the police department. You guys are getting very active on Facebook and social media.
We need to be active. We need to, any way we can reach out into our community and make us approachable and allow us to approach our citizenry, be it for just normal interaction to humanize the police department or to make sure the word's out on something that we're looking at. The more folks we have interaction with, the better we can police our city.
And speaking of that, we've seen a lot of missing elderly, sometimes young people, and you guys have taken to social media sometimes to post that. Is that helpful?
Absolutely, it's helpful. Anytime we can get more folks involved in what we're doing, the better we can do it.
The more eyes, of course.
The more eyes are on it, the better we can do it.
We have some questions actually from our Facebook viewers. This one comes from Michelle. This question, can we ever get any help getting accessible parking spots under control? I assume it's handicap parking. People who actually need these spots are unable to use them, she says, because of the abuse. What do you say to that, Chief?
Well, it's something that we work hard on. Right now, I think we're looking at some volunteers to help us go and check those handicap parking spots to give us more eyes on the issue. It's certainly something we take serious, and our officers respond to those types of calls routinely.
Now, you don't call 911 when you see something like that. Or who do you reach out to
well,
if you see something?
You can call our non-emergency number, 886-2600.
Okay.
And if there's something with gravity about the issue, if there's something, a confrontation occurs, of course, call 911.
Okay, this one comes from Tres Smith, says, can you explain the criteria for a vehicle to be considered stolen? What if the thief stole the keys to the vehicle as well?
Well, the criteria for a stolen vehicle is that somebody steals your vehicle and you did not give them permission to take it. What you can do to help us is to make sure your keys are not left in the vehicle. That's happening a lot lately.
It sounds so simple, but it
does.
right?
People leave their vehicles running, dropping your child off at daycare, or running in the house real quick, or running in the store real quick with your
So
vehicle
easy
running.
to do. Yeah.
Yep, somebody will jump in your car and take it. So first, be cognizant, lock your vehicle, take your keys. A lot of times folks leave a key in their car, it's broken into, or their house is broken into, and the keys may be taken. So just think about those things.
All right, and this next question comes to us from Joy Pumala.
With all of our focus on minor drug possession and those kind of arrests, like, are we missing out on bigger, more serious crimes here?
No, we're not missing out. It is an issue. We focus very hard on our major crimes, as we always have. But remember, we have a synthetic issue right now. Those are possession of drugs, and it's a huge issue. It's something that we're wrestling with, and it's very impactful to our city and our city's quality of life. So we're not over focusing on any one crime. We're using our resources as we think we should.
Mia Valdez has the next question for the chief.
I was wondering if CCPD has any programs in place to help stop crime among youth in our city.
Of course. We're always interactive with our youth. As a matter of fact, I just left an elementary school, and the gang unit is at another elementary school today, speaking to the children. But we do also have the Police Athletic League, where we interact with literally thousands of children. We give them access to organized sports and police officers and those things. That gives them some direction and some discipline. And I think anytime we can interact with our youth to try to catch them early, we help our future.
Sure. Okay. And this last one comes from somebody looking to become a police officer who asks, it's Jose Valles, and asks, can a non-U.S. citizen become a police officer here in Corpus Christi?
Not here in Corpus Christi and not in the state of Texas. It's actually state law. You have to be a citizen to be a police officer.
That's definitely a requirement. All right, listen, we're going to take a look at the K9 unit. I've been waiting for this story to run. That's what's coming up next as we continue this special presentation of Ask the Chief. You get to meet the K9 unit after this.
Stay with us as Ask the Chief continues right after this.